Well, I said I'd eat my words and make a video if the Christmas episode was relevant. And it definitely was, so here it is. And to start, we have to address the elephant in the room, which is that they are doing the Endeavor Agency arc before the My Villain Academia arc. And I'm not a manga reader, I just know the arc names because I'm in the community and stuff like that. But considering how faithful the anime has been to the manga so far, this definitely feels like a weird choice for them to make, but hopefully it doesn't affect much. It's probably just because they want to end the season on a bang with all the hype NVA has behind it, and I assume it's going to because of how much everyone's hyping up that arc. But this also allows it to better correlate with the MHA Movie 3 World Heroes release, which I've heard takes place after the agency arc, so that's probably another reason, if not the main reason, they decided to switch up these arcs. But more about those specific episode now, which I assume that the peak we saw at Shigaraki will make more sense after the My Villain Academia arc, and I am so excited to see it. That scene had me freaking the hell out. What is going on there? It is so exciting. He looks so cool. The laugh was crazy. It is scary, but oh my gosh, something tells me this whole world's about to change, and I am excited for it. And, but besides that, the rest of this episode was pretty much just a bundle of laughs and joy for the most part. The interview with Todoroki and Bakugo was great, and further emphasizes how much more enjoyable Bakugo is as a character when his brutish nature and outbursts aren't taken seriously, and are instead the butt of a bunch of jokes. Him being completely cut out of the video had me laughing like Kaminari did in the episode, because, that's just so funny to me, because Bakugo's personality just does not look good on camera. And after that, we really started laying out some interesting stuff, which is the change in attitude that society has for heroes, with the TV section and the mention of how Mount Lady has changed and become more serious about her hero work. I think this is definitely setting up for the future of the show, and I also think this is a good call for Mount Lady's character, because up until this point, she was kind of made out to be nothing but fan service and kind of a crappy hero in terms of personality. But this changes, of course, with the biggest part of all this, which is showing how the opinion of heroes and the way heroes act has changed now that Endeavor is number one instead of All Might. There is no longer the godlike presence of All Might, which leads to the rest of the heroes having to improve and, just be better heroes. You could say Hero Society got a little lax with All Might around, and this is a shock to the whole society, the whole system, now that he's gone. Showing that now everybody has to work harder to make up for this deficit. Which is both a good thing, because the heroes are working harder and hopefully will be more higher quality heroes, and bad in the way that, All Might's gone, and that's just a scary thing, and the people had so much belief in All Might, and now that he's gone, they're gonna lose. They're questioning, where do we go from here? And then we get on to the mock interview bits, which continues to bring light to the public persona and things you have to do outside of standard hero work as a hero, and showed that, funny enough, Midoriya is the worst at it because of freaking stage fright, and he's just kind of he's just not super socially adept. So it seems that the three strongest members of Class 1A are the least capable of the publicity stuff. Deku has stage fright, Todoroki just doesn't have good social skills and understanding, which is understandable with his upbringing, and, Bakugo, I think Mount Lady says it best in that he just doesn't see eye to eye with the rest of humanity. I don't think there's a better way to say it than that. Then there's the interesting talk about opening up the work study, and that makes it required because it seems that the higher ups are wanting to mobilize the students. This definitely leads the characters and audience to believe that something big is happening with the villains, which we would know if they hadn't switched up the arcs, but they did switch up the arcs, so Let bygones be bygones. I kind of like that. I don't really know what's going on and why they're making this choice. Maybe whatever. And again, it'll probably make more sense after MVA, as I said. This definitely does not bode well for the future, though, but I am so freaking excited to see where it goes. I mean, they're essentially throwing kids on the front lines, which is pretty dark, and is it bad? I can't wait for this show to get dark. Like, is it bad? I don't think so. Then there is the Christmas party, which is mostly just fun and games and adorable Aerie moments. Aerie is so adorable in this episode. I love it. And I like her getting like the holidays, like messed up and stuff. Oh god, just so cute. And there's not much else to talk about besides that, but I do want to cover Bakugo's flashback with Best Jeanist. I was under the impression that the internship was just awful and went nowhere like Minetta's and Mount Lady's, but apparently there was some interesting insight that seems to be affecting Bakugo more now that he has matured, especially talking about coming back and coming up with a hero name and what a hero name means, which I found to be a very interesting conversation because we had that one episode where everyone was coming up with their hero names, but it was never really it wasn't really that super big of a deal. But this shows more about what a hero name really is. And I really appreciate this look back. And again, Season 5 is doing a fantastic job of giving Bakugo more interesting qualities and making him likable. And it seems he is even worried for Best Jeanist, which I would never have suspected at the beginning of this season. But of course, then there's the end. Deku, Todoroki, and Bakugo, all interning with Endeavor. And oh boy, is this exciting. And a big setup for hopefully an awesome short little arc before the big MVA arc that will be probably a whole lot of just awesomeness. I'm super interested to see where this is going, and from the PV, it looks like it will be hype. I can't wait to see what happens, and I mean, I'll see you guys in another arc review when the Endeavor Agency arc ends. But, just to say something about that PV again, that man with a mission opening is dope as shit, and I'm so excited. Dude, it gets me so hyped for this next arc. But, yeah, that's all I really wanted to say. That's me eating my words, and I'm frankly super glad that I ate my words, because I'm glad that we didn't just have, like, a random filler episode. This was great, in my opinion. So, yeah, I'll see you guys in another video later.